All right, Lori Holland's scope of work is basically, it's a mowing customer. We did this work for her last year, or very similar to it. So essentially it's just going to be like an overgrowth cutback cleanup, and then 2 bushes out front we'll trim up. So starting right here, I guess you can just clear out this bed. She wasn't really too like nitpicky on anything, but just completely cut all this down to nothing. Trying to think. Looks like rocks there, but I think there's just dirt underneath that spot. So cut all that out. Probably would spray it as well. This spot, you can cut all this down. There is some stone, so you have to pull some of it and then spray it. Just leave the pot alone. There's a plant in there, so leave that alone. But everything around it, you can just completely clear out. This bed over here, it's really just like all weeds, so you can just completely brush cut, clear out this whole bed all the way back to here. Again, I would probably spray a little bit in there. Alright, you got some funky growth growing through here. You can just cut all of that out the best you can. She attempted to start some of it, she said, but got out of control. This thing, huge growth, cut that back. This one we're actually going to keep, but you can just lightly prune it and shape it up. But all that, completely cut it out, get rid of it. Do your best, like the stuff that's growing on the fence, to kind of rip it all out and clear it out, and then bulk of the work's gonna be here. But this whole bed, we'll just completely cut it out and gut it out. You know, it looks dramatic, but stuff's not that thick and heavy. Should be easily just chainsaw. This is pretty thick down at the root, but chainsaw it down, just get it as low as possible. Pretty straightforward, all this stuff. Kind of just cut out, clear out. Everything here, cut out, clear out. So you'll notice she has arborvitaes here. You can leave them alone, that's her privacy. But this weed, this lighter green, completely just cut that out, rip that out. These little tiny weeds you can just clear out. That looks okay. And then this in the center, it's not super thick, but cut it down as low as possible and get rid of that as well. That's everything in the back. And then moving to the front. I don't know if I didn't say it, the little bit growing through the steps there, you can cut that out, clear that out. And then move into the front. So, looks like, yeah. So you have like a plant here. You can see these leaves are the plant. This is actually a weed. It's different leaves on it. So if you can try to like find out where that is and cut it out the best you can. Again, she wasn't super picky. And then trim this stuff back. Said halfway down. So she wants these cut back. She said halfway down, but it's gonna be pretty bare if we do that. But just do your best with it. Cut it back as much as possible without it getting super bare, I would say. But definitely get it well off the house and down the best you can. And then the second shrub. What you could recommend to her is like lightly trim everything. Should have said this to her, but and then cut this down, and we could always take it down a lot, but it'll be brown topped. So maybe when you check in with her, just say, hey, look, I know you wanted to cut down halfway. We can do that. However, it will be browned out and bare, or we can lightly prune the sides to leave that somewhat full. Same thing over there. And then just take basically the top down. So you'll be brown topped, and then you'll be kind of greened out. So at least the height will be down, but that's the other option with the 2 shrubs out front. And that's it.